another edition of the Derek Stone Show. House.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man, you got some cool notes going on over there.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you want to talk about today?
Yeah, you know what I was looking at was there's a lot of discussion and arguments on when you're playing in the playoffs.
Okay.
Is it better to sweep the team you're playing and then have rest, or does it cause rust? You know, when you sweep a team and then the team you're playing against goes 7, is it better for you to sweep or to stay sharp when you go 7?
Gotcha.
And I've heard that a lot.
Okay, well, I imagine that you're bringing this up because the two of us are watching the Indiana Pacers and the Heat game right
That's
now.
right. That's right.
So
Yeah, that's right.
That has a little something to do with it.
Yep, that's right.
Wow. So you're saying if you sweep them and you get to rest, is that better or
Right.
worse than if you're resting and then you're getting rusty, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If the team that you're playing against goes 7,
Okay.
and you've swept and you don't have to sit out. I mean, you know, in the NBA or even baseball, whenever you sweep and the other team plays 3 more games, that's at least another week.
True.
So is it better to
True.
sit and rest, or is it better to stay sharp and keep playing?
You know what? I would say in basketball, actually probably in both. I'm going to say both of them. It is better to play continually.
Better in basketball and baseball?
I think you said, yeah, you had brought up
Right.
basketball and baseball. So I think both in basketball and baseball, I think it would be better, you'd be better served to continue playing because sports is such a rhythm.
Right.
I mean, you get yourself in a rhythm. That's why pitchers go every so many days.
That's right.
That's why
That's right.
free throw shooters shoot. I mean,
Right.
these guys that shoot free throws
Right.
on a regular basis are so much better at it than
That's right.
people that don't.
And they always say that it's very hard to replicate the other team in practice.
Very much
Like
so.
you're playing the same guys in practice.
Yep.
So, I mean, do you still have the same feel, you know, taking a week off?
Yep.
But if you have a team that's older, you know, I mean, maybe they want the rest. Do they need to get, you know, the rhythm? You know, that's the question that I was wondering.
Gotcha. I could definitely see both sides of it. I think I've made my stance though. I think I'm going to stand on the side of the fence that says I'd rather stay in rhythm and keep going because I can rest as long as I'm not injured. I can rest after this thing is done.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And they always say that, like, you can rest, you know, when your team gets beat. You know, you have plenty of time to rest
Correct.
then. But I was very surprised at the findings. You know, I went back to 2010, which is not a huge pool, but I went back to 2010 in the NBA. And in that time, there were 7 times since 2010 that a team played another team where one of them swept their opponent, the other one went 7, and then they faced each other.
Okay, so you literally have 7 times when there was the rest team.
That's right.
And how they got to react, and they're playing a team that went a full 7.
That's right. 7 times.
That's interesting. So what? Again, so if we're sticking to what I'm saying,
right,
that means the team that continued to play the 7
would have done better.
That they would have done
right,
better.
And not so much. No,
not so much.
No, not in the NBA. It's happened 7 times. 6 times, the team that rested won.
Wow,
6 times.
Okay, well, I mean, you know what? Those guys, I guess the only thing I can attribute that to is that you do need the rest on those legs. Those guys
right.
just, I mean, up and down the floor all night. That's a beating. And I'm not the only one to say this. I think they're, if not the best, they got to be in the top 3 in my opinion.
Yeah, that's right.
Overall athletes.
That's right.
Just overall athleticism.
Certainly. The stat that got me though was that in the next round, the team that rested against the team that didn't won 24 of 28 games. It was 24-4.
Wow.
In the next round.
Rest means that much. Huh?
Yes, that's right. And there's only one team that actually went 7 against the team that swept, and that was last year's finals. The Heat went 7 against the Pacers. The Spurs swept, and then the Heat beat the Spurs in 7. That's the only time that it's happened since, 2010.
Well, I think the moral of this story is get your rest, kids.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, 24-4 is ridiculous.
That's a huge amount.
It's amazing.
That's even better than the. Well, no, I guess it's not. 6 out of 7 would be
right,
a higher
right.
percentage.
I mean,
that's still
it's incredible when you look at the series. It was 4-0, 4-1, 4-0, 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. I mean, they weren't even close. Like there was nothing competitive. Nobody won 2 games other than the Heat, who actually won all 4 the next time.
That is,
but
okay. So, but we talked about baseball too. So, I mean, baseball, and I can say this as a Detroit Tiger fan,
right? Yeah,
it is bad to rest.
Yeah, that's right.
Bad to rest. So when I say we, like I'm on the friggin' team here.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
right. Yeah.
because I got it tattooed on my body. How
that's
about
right.
that?
Yeah, that's right. You're part of the Tigers. Yeah. That's one of the things that always bugs me when I talk to people. I'm sitting at a bar, talking football or something, and the guy goes, "Hey, who are we playing this week?" I always think, you're not playing anybody. You're not on the
field. Your 40 time is like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe.
So,
that always bugs me. But in baseball, in the same time span, actually, it's only happened 3 times, which, when they start the division series, it's best of 5 and then they go best of 7. And there's not that many teams that are in the playoffs like basketball.
Now, so you took into account the 5 and the 7?
That's right. I did.
Okay.
I
fair
did.
enough.
And the 3 times that it's happened since 2010 in baseball, all 3 teams that swept lost.
Well, and I can name 2 of those because I'm looking in the mirror at a fan of one of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's pretty bad. So no, I remember. What was it, the 2012 year?
That's right.
2012.
That's right.
When we
yeah, that's right.
I was the bad boy.
Yeah, that's right. You were there. I
was the bad boy.
That's right. Did you have dinner with them? Yeah.
Actually, I looked a lot like the catcher that year.
Yeah, that's right.
He was pretty portly. Anyways, so we the Tigers, not
right.
we, the Tigers sweep the Oakland Athletics. And they did not sweep the Oakland Athletics.
They swept the Yankees.
That's right. They swept the Oakland. They beat the Oakland Athletics,
right.
but I think it was in 6.
That's right. That's right.
Then they went into the Yankees and swept the Yankees.
Them.
And
that's
then,
right. Meanwhile, San Fran goes 7 against St. Louis.
That's correct.
Right.
That's
and you're
correct.
thinking, well, they swept the Yankees, which is great.
And actually, I was thinking what you were talking about. So now they're going to be tired. They went 7. We got to sit down. We got to rest. And when you're thinking about pitchers, man, resting that arm has got to be something that you'd really want.
You would think.
And the players not so much. Hell, if you play outfield, you're resting most of the game anyways.
That's right. That's right.
You might have, honestly, 9, 10 balls hit you all night.
Yeah, maybe.
So there's not something where like basketball where you need that rest.
That's right. And like you said, Detroit then got swept by San Fran in the World Series.
Correct. So they did a very good job with Oakland, swept the Yankees right in and out. It was fantastic. And then all of a sudden, not only do they get beat by the Giants, they get swept by the Giants.
Right.
So they go 4-0 in, and they get 0-4 out.
That's right. That's right. Yep. Which normally in baseball, 4-4 is pretty good, but not in that situation.
It was really hard.
Yeah. And I want to ask you that too. When I'm thinking that basketball, there's a whole different skill set in baseball when you're trying to hit a pitch. And I'm thinking maybe with that kind of situation, like batting practice can only provide so much. But when you're in a game where you're facing live pitching like that, and you go 7 games, I think maybe your eye stays a little more. I'm trying to think like shooting a jump shot over a guy. You can shoot a jump shot over a guy in practice. Yes. Like you can in basketball, but I just think in baseball, facing that kind of pitching that may be going 7, going 5 or whatever it is.
Well, like you were saying with the basketball, you're not, even if you're practicing for these guys, you're not that guy.
That's right.
If you're supposed to be substituting as Justin Verlander in this practice game, you're not.
That's right. You're not.
Otherwise, you get paid
right.
like Justin Verlander.
That's right.
They're not going to throw their ace out there to warm up with you.
Right.
So yeah, you're right. You're not seeing the caliber of pitches on a regular basis.
Right.
And, you do have. It's a timing thing.
Right. Right. That's right.
Even like golf. When you get into a motion and you got muscle memory and stuff like that, it does take the groove, and so. That's a hell of an observation, House.
Yeah, I just found that kind of interesting that, because I've always heard that, would you rather sweep? Which to me, I always thought, growing up, of course I'd rather sweep. I'm guaranteed to go to the next round. I don't want to go to a game 7. I don't want that. I'll take 4 in a row right away. and now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, if I'm in the NBA, I want to sweep.
Yep.
But if I'm in baseball, maybe I want to go a few more games, see some more live pitching.
Yeah, I tell you, but the numbers prove it. There's no doubt. But I tell you what, it's just hard to wrap my brain around. Not resting your pitcher is a good thing.
Right. Yeah, I know.
That's tough.
I know. And maybe the fact that they play 162. And so your pitchers, pitched 30, 32 games, whatever they had. So, a couple extra games doesn't matter.
Well, like
maybe, I don't know.
There is so much habit too. You get in the habit of, you got to pitch every whatever it is 4 to 5 days,
right.
or
you go through the same routine every day. You
Correct.
get up and eat the same breakfast, whatever you do. I know there's a lot of superstitions.
Your body gets to a point where it knows it's pitching today.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? It just you wake up and it knows it's time.
Right.
So
right.
if you wake up and you got to wait 3 days because you swept,
that's right.
Even sometimes a week.
Right. That's right.
You know, then your muscles. I can understand that.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can't wait to see you come up with next time.
Yeah, I'll have a good one for you coming up next time.
You are a barrel of knowledge.
Yeah. Wait till next time. Whenever I'm going to throw at you, should the Redskins change their name or not? I've got a few ideas on that.
Derek Stone Show.